Good afternoon from Prince Parkway Park here in Santa Rosa, California. And I have found my way to a rather special place, and this is a place that I used to call home. And I was driving down the road today and I thought of a spot that might be of interest to a lot of you out there that follow me, and for some of you that have been to Santa Rosa or live in Santa Rosa, it'll bring back some wonderful memories as you look at this. I think that's a rainbow trout mosaic, tiled mosaic sculpture here in Santa Rosa. But the laughter you hear, it's the kids. Well, the kids and their parents playing in the fountain here at the Prince Gateway Park. Look at them. They're having a good time. Yeah. Yeah, you're on YouTube. All right. Is the water good? Is the water good?
Yeah.
The water, is it cold?
Yeah.
No,
it's hot.
It's good, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
What's gonna be cold?
Okay, so there, go back in the water. I'll come back later. All right, so the kids are having a great time here at the park. But you know, just over here is a street that is all too familiar with me. It's called Sonoma Avenue, and you can see my rig that's parked over here in the 2-hour parking. But there's this is Sonoma Avenue here in Santa Rosa, and this avenue rather goes quite a distance through the town of Santa Rosa. And I could just about call this thing Memory Lane. You know, I could call this part of Sonoma Avenue Memory Lane, and only because I used to live just up here. But I'm not going to take you to where I used to live. I'll show it to you as I walk past it. But I want to show you a really interesting church. It's probably one of the more interesting churches that you might ever come across. And, well, it used to be a church. I don't know if it's a church anymore. But here is the Church of Divine Man, the Berkeley Psychic Institute of Santa Rosa Divine Healing Center. So if you need some divine healing, this is the place that you would want to go. But this is not the place that I want to, it's not the place that I want to share with you. But this is the Berkeley Psychic Institute of Santa Rosa Divine Healing Center. But let's continue on, because there's a little bit more interesting of a church just up ahead that I'm going to take you to. And just up here was a place that I used to live, and I think that in the 30 years that I lived in Santa Rosa, or maybe the first 10 years that I lived in Santa Rosa, I must have called probably 15 different places home. I was just renting one room to another, and I was living hand to mouth, so to speak. But my driveway, when I was living here, used to be right up this drive. So right up that drive was my home, 506 Sonoma Avenue, and I lived there with two ladies at the time, and they were I think they were recovering like AA or NA or something like that, and that's where I lived for the better part of several months. But that's not the interesting thing that I want to show you. The interesting building that I want to show you was only 2 doors down, and this building, if I'm not mistaken, was or is still in the Ripley's Believe It or Not book, or the Guinness Book of World Records, one or the other, or maybe both. But what you're looking at right here at 492 Sonoma Avenue in Santa Rosa, California, is the Church of One Tree. That's it. That church right there, everything in that church, everything outside that church, was built from one redwood tree. And it's actually quite phenomenal if you think about it. And I'm just going to take you for a walk around the building. It's not open, and it's no longer a church, but it is now a place that you can rent for different types of events. If you wanted to have, say, a wedding reception or some type of a meeting or something like that. But this is the Church of One Tree, and you can search it, and you will see, I'm sure, plenty of information about it. But I thought I would just walk the perimeter with you of this beautiful church. And I'd be a little remiss if I didn't share some of the flowers here with Phil, who watches my videos. All right. It's rather a quiet Saturday afternoon here, and unfortunately the church is not open, or I'd be able to show you the inside of the church. But it really is a special building. Look at I think that would be the steeple right there. Look at that. All the pews inside were built from the same tree. And fittingly, there are redwood trees adjacent to the church right here. You can see, if I come around, give you another view. Look at that. I would imagine all those shingles and everything. I'm not quite sure when this was built. All right. And then just if I turn around, there's a beautiful park just right over here. I think this is Juilliard Park, if I'm not mistaken. You see more redwoods. These are just young redwood trees. They sure do have a way of cooling off a hot summer day like today. Oftentimes they'll have different events here in this park right here. And then we'll take a walk around the other side of the church. Very nice. How they built this out of one tree is just really something else. Gives you some idea as to how large a redwood tree actually is. And you can build an entire church from it. So there you have it, folks. Now you've seen the Church of One Tree here in Santa Rosa. Probably be a really good church for tree huggers to worship, I would imagine. You know, so all of you tree huggers out there, if you're looking for a place to worship, this might be just the place for you. All right, so have a great day.